Всем привет! Это борода. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Новая игра. В начале 15 века в королевстве заплодилась война. Король Васлав IV попался под нижний камни. Шли ляхтичам. Своим братом. Ага.
Keep firing! Don't stop!
Что? Мушкеты в 1403 году?
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
А Индрих выйдет, всех порубят. Это не Индрих.
Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
Will you come to anoint us before we
О,
die?
вот же я.
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze.
Я.
Get ready!
Где я летел?
Take cover!
Упс.
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Чё? Я за старого хорошо играю? Какого черта?
Godwin! Over here! Get up there quick! We have to
Почему я играю за старого хорошо, а не за Индрика?
shoot him!
А как стрелять? А как стрелять-то, блядь? Не надо закрывать, а вот прицелиться, а потом... Что делать? Да.
Die, you swine! Got him! Got him! What now, fucker? Get ready! They're coming inside! Godwin!
Может, не стрелять достать?
Godwin! Get over
here with that cross. Join the way. Return fire! What the fuck are you waiting after them? I need more archers! Archers! Come here! Over! Get out of the bastard way!
Ой.
Let's hope this slows them down. Get ready for another attack!
Да, я стал поднастроить. Посмотрите командиром. Командир. О, меч. Как я меч не знал. Чё? Давай.
Fucking wings at last!
Don't let them climb
Ура.
up! Knock it down!
Knock that ladder down or they'll overrun us!
Hey!
Забыл как.
I'll shoot your head off! I'll hack your asshole!
Забыл как. Да идите к черту. А это что за линия? Ой.
From behind! You got him! Don't let them climb up! Knock it down!
Лестница, избить лестницу.
Knock that ladder down or they'll
О,
overrun us!
парни. Вот же, Индрик. Нет.
I've been hit.
Это
Don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, rat.
хороший перевод.
Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Задался один огнем. Пожар. Вот, хрен начался. Что за год до этого? 1302. Kingdom Come. Что? Грядет королевство отчаяния? Или все-таки что-то там Святой Отец? Не Святой Отец, как там? Святое место, Святое Королевство. Нет, несколько минут назад как я искал. Практически как искал.
Lord Dentes Fortuna, you rat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Harry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh?
Привет, зритель! Да, эта игра только вышла. Ой, хотя может...
Why? He must trust you not to botch it up. Otherwise, he wouldn't send you as his envoy.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where. And here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
Так, и все равно я намерен что-то там принять.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat. See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat.
Yeah.
Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking down in the back?
All good, Oaks. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving,
we
want to know.
Get your hair off, Nick. Hold up, you're honest like a horse. I don't miss
А, они за Райфайзенбанк дерутся. Да, мерцает щит, по-моему. Так, ой.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, don't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Следуйте моим приказам. Делайте, как я скажу.
What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas. While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
Well,
so it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry. From Skalitz.
Ух ты! Каков ваш стиль игры? Солдат! Превыше всего ценит оружие в руке, крепкий доспеха, еще известен вспыльчивым характером. Советник предпочитает решить проблемы, используя своими знаниями, острым языком и добрым словом. Разведчик скрывается в тени, решает задачи тихо, незаметно и скрытно. Но надо мыться, да? В стиле игры вы не получите начальные очки опыта, но то, какие черты вы будете развивать дальше, решать только вам. Я солдат и телохранитель, я советник и посланник. Ага. Ну, давай.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
Ё-моё. Множество ситуаций можно разрешить. Ой, я назад. Это все не говорил. Подумать внимательно для убеждения требуется. Вам поверил. Герой и защитник слабых. Могут помочь угрозы. Сильнее знать, чем они. Главное, чтобы взять вверх. Ага. Из других твоих характеристик и навыков, которые написали, можно найти в вкладке «Игрок» в сумме. Ладно, самое разное. Ваши деньги. Ваши характеристики, репутация для выживания. Прикольно. Чего вам закрыть? Ага.
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a scribe? Or are you trying to tell me you're a knight and a scribe? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's traveling with me for the first time, and evidently...
Чего ты меня предал, мудила?
We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanush of Leipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Чё не так?
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone let a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Беззаботные планы.
Be quiet, you flea-bitten hound. Whistle to that dog. For Christ's sake. Henry!
Come
call
here.
off that
What's all the
damn
fuss about,
dog
Mutt?
before
Are
he
you that
wolfs down
hungry?
the last of
All
our
right.
mates.
I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last.
О, вон,
That
нашел.
barking was a pain in the ass.
Что я не успеваю читать?
What did I do to you?
Что я не успел? О, прыгаем. Подхвалить.
Aye, you silly doggy.
Говорите, Аладдин. Это дальше, какой-то спам можно найти. Собака.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to tell you?
What did I...
ain't with you.
Why not?
Ну, це якось не
Listen.
знаю.
Would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Come on, Oates. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
I might. Tankard has my ring, I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
И где ж бан? Ты ж бан, Микуш. А где ж бан? Убийство дел навалилось уже. О, можно сыграть на денежки. Ты ж бан. Ты ж бан.
Where did you get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there. So I says to myself, that's better than playing on the ground.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. Want to bet that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
Придется научиться играть. Если захотите поиграть в разные игры, то игроков кости в лишней карточками, кости отложены с предыдущих бросков. Кость выбрана, чтобы отложить текущий выбор. Цель соперник. Ёфте. Ха! Нихуя себе. А чё надо
I hope
набрать-то?
Lady Luck will be on my
Ой,
side.
ой, я не дочитал. Помощь. 6, там 6. А, во. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Как же говоря, одно значение к любой комбинации костей. 3 единицы. Каждая дополнительная кость после 3 удваивает значение. А есть 3 единицы. Офигеть. И чё? У меня есть бляхи? У меня нет блях. Что надо? Отложить кость. Отложить. 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 Все правильно? 1200. Надо набрать 1500. Что дальше? Записать и продолжить. Записать и продолжить.
Why'd I even start playing?
Что там? 4 шестерки, то есть каждый дополнительно удваивает значение. А, вот почему 1200, 600, 1200. Понял. Че сдаться? Что надо сделать? Хватит ей пас.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time.
А, он сейчас все шестерки соберет, да? Ну, это черт.
Damn! What's this?
Три пятерки это что? Это 500. Все, я выиграл. 5. 5. 5. Записать и продолжить. Записать и передать ход.
God damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Спасибо. Я к вам вернусь. Попозже. Давай я собак накормим. Да, кольцо у меня, тебе видно, зачем мы идем в Троцкий, ты знаешь.
It seems Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
Пес, иди сюда. Тебе что-то опять ударился? Ну, стой. Что там было? Одуванчик. Ты получил 2 одуванчика? Эй, барбос. А, о.
Here, mate.
Все, накормил? Ну, и чё там? 100 опыта, нет? Фиксать сохранение. Нельзя? У тебя есть повреждение. Рубящее оружие. Че, блядь? Что он там еще сказал? Щель нашел. Еще что-то есть. О. А как взять все? Передать все предметы. О. Фига. Что за заряженная кость? Так. Ты не можешь задерживаться, нет времени. А в инвентарь я могу войти? О. Тихо. Тихо. Дневник. Индрих же его звали, по-моему. Индридж, как-то там. Ой. Так, оно разделено уже раздел, между которыми вы можете перемещаться. Окей. Если вы хотите... Сила качества вес бросить, что можно сделать. Получение Фига, переодеваться на лету, это прикольно. Нифига. Нифига. Ё-моё. Это все сейчас у меня в инвентаре. Вес. О, вес по нулям? Как такое возможно? Одуванчик тяжелее стеганых штанов понож? Так, нет, выкинуть не надо, это посмотреть. Там сказано где-то описание есть. Какое вот описание? Ой! А, фу. Окей. Так, как посмотреть описание кости? Что там с ней не так? Заряженная игральная кость. Сортировка выйти из головки внутри. Не понимаю. А еще, по-моему, у меня экран не весь, да? Что-то мне там вон не видно. Зон. Что за бред? Или в... Мне там половину описания не видно. Хороший. В смысле, у меня 1000. Выкинуть вкладки помощь. Так, посмотрите, что она. А, иное. Как? Вы можете посмотреть. На чем, блядь? Елки-моталки. Чита, чита, чита.
Henry! Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
They didn't do anything, though. Besides, that captain was just an underling.
Just an underling? How could you tell? Did you see how many men he had there?
He backed down in the end, though.
Because I kept you in check. You better keep your nose out of it next time.
If you think so, sir.
I do. It's an order. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berger.
Потеряна репутация.
I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Don't fuck it up.
As you command.
Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right, then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Нормально. Я готов. Я тебя голыми руками завалю.
So, should we start?
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armor, grab a practice sword, and come along.
Херами. Херами. Эти доспехи. Хотел одеть доспехи. Что остальное уже надето. Меч. Что, погнали?
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready?
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Is that the best you've got?
А, чё? Я пропустил, что надо было убить.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Использую связку. Так, цепочка атак, вроде цепочку атак.
I'm still as fresh as a daisy.
Very nice exchange, Henry.
Keep your distance, Henry.
Very nice exchange,
Ты
Henry.
что, так будешь видеть или что?
That got you panting, eh?
Провести цепочку атак можно снова.
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself while you're attacking. You still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Nice. Good. What are you doing? Cover. Nice. Good.
Он сам или нет?
That's the way.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
That's it.
Потом надо было...
Pretty good. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Good, Henry. Sweet. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Good repast. Oh, nice. Nice work, Henry. All right, all right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
Посмотреть сначала.
100?
Побольше.
How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard. Off to a good start.
А, выносливость, выносливость. Черт. Где моя выносливость? Вон, ну. Чё, а жизни-то где? Не надо закрывать, конечно. Эй. О, нифига ты умеешь. Ай. Ай.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Блять, чё выносливости так мало? Первое, что мы хотели, выносливость. И долго так мы деревянными мечами друг друга снимаем. Ай.
All square again. Well done.
Nice block.
That one hit the spot.
Don't you think you should yield? Come on, Henry.
The end.
That was somewhat.
You held your own, though.
Да ладно, я не победил.
And you've had it. I say the victor is clear. I'll get my winnings from you later. Now it's time to eat. Oh, that swordplay has given me quite an appetite. Let's get some grub.
So who won, gentlemen?
That's obvious, isn't it? Henry learned a lesson or two, and I won our bet. At least I'll have someone to buy me drinks in the tavern. It was almost like that time in Rattay.
True. Only I won that time. Your bow. which came in very handy afterwards.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oates? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Чё мне лов? Ну, выносливость нужна. Где выносливость?
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we'd dragged you home right away...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot...
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
Офигенно, она знала. Я не помню.
She's brave. She saved my life when I went back to Scallis after it was razed to bury my parents, and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. And that's all I'll say.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
О, где-то выносливость.
I walked around a bit to scout out just in case. I was looking for some good rock overhang we could all shelter under. If I'd found anything, we wouldn't have to get soaked.
So, we got woken up by a bit of a shower, yeah.
Shower? I could still be wringing out my brace.
It didn't look like it was going to rain.
It did to me, though. But you didn't want to listen to me.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the Royal Chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again, hearing how Martin the Smith raised him, even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won. So Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state. Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
You know, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rathray in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close.
Ладно, игра офигенная. Это точно. А стримчик. О, ровно